ADHD research is showing us more and more that sleep problems are the rule rather than the exception for kids with ADHD. About 3/4 of kids with ADHD have some problem with sleep, and about a quarter have a diagnosable sleep disorder. The main concern related to sleep that we tend to see is delayed sleep phase, where people with ADHD, kids and adults, tend to be night owls. They have trouble winding down in the evening and falling asleep at a time that would be typical for other kids. And of course, our society is not built for night owls. It's built for the morning, the early birds. And so the early school start times and other demands just compound this issue and probably contribute to a lot of the fatigue that we see in people with ADHD. We also know that people with ADHD tend to have more restless sleep and wake up more times during the night on average than people without ADHD. So looking at sleep is a crucial part of understanding which factors are maybe worsening or contributing to ADHD-related problems, as well as other health or mood concerns. We're understanding now that ADHD is really more of a 24-hour disorder. It's not just a daytime set of symptoms, but there are ways that the neurobiology is affecting lots of different health processes as well. So when it comes to how do we help kids with ADHD with their sleep, this is a really tough one. There's a huge meta-analysis, McGee et al., that just came out in early 2022 in JAMA Pediatrics Journal that put together all the different interventions to try to help children in general with their sleep. And what they found is that most of the fancy programs don't work too well. The main thing that has had an effect is getting people to move their bedtimes earlier, believe it or not. However, you can imagine that's not going to work great for a lot of kids with ADHD who have that delayed sleep phase and aren't going to be tired at a reasonable time. It's certainly still worth trying, but they may need more support or other ideas of how to manage it. We know that promoting good, consistent daily routines, including bedtime routines, is helpful, especially for kids with ADHD. And getting physical activity during the day certainly helps improve sleep quality as well. But, you know, a main thing may be just setting small goals with families about which factors they can control related to sleep. Promoting good sleep hygiene, getting families to turn off the screens earlier, at least 2 hours is the recommendation before bedtime so that the lights don't mess with circadian rhythms. And then certainly you're going to want to assess, as you probably already are, whether there's a sleep disorder that's contributing. So sleep apnea, we know, can really worsen symptoms of ADHD, and treating that can improve ADHD symptoms and functioning. It typically doesn't eliminate ADHD altogether, but can be a pretty good starting point for trying to support that child's attentional functioning. Of course, there's also stimulant medications to think about and ensuring that they're not having too much of an impact on sleep as well. So I'm hoping that in coming years, we'll learn more hacks that we can share with families of kids with ADHD to help them get more sleep. But for now, my top recommendation would be just assessing the factors that may get in the way of good sleep for that child or family, and helping families set goals to make some tweaks little by little so that everybody in the family is hopefully getting more sleep.